Hello, and welcome to Indie Encounter. My name is Mark Wilson Jordan. The mission of our show is to give independent performers and artists access to as wide an audience as possible, and to give you, our viewers, a window into their art, their artistic process, and why they have chosen their particular avenue to connect with the world. All art is about communication and connection. Let's meet today's indie artist, designer, Karen Elano. Karen, welcome to Indie Encounter.
Thank you, Mark.
Good to have you here. So, sustainable design. Tell us a little bit about design in general and sustainable design in particular.
Well, design, particularly what I work with my co-designer, Amy Tung, is fashion. So we have come into fashion wanting to be a part of a different type of fashion, sustainable designs in particular, which we view as a new type of culture in fashion, where it's always about trends, finding new things every year. There's always something new and there's always something that you have to get rid of because otherwise you can't use it anymore. That's not what our fashion is about. We want something that will last a long time, something that's classic, but also socially conscious in the way that it'll improve anybody's lives and the earth itself. We want to be a part of something where not only do we think about the clothes, we think about who's behind every single stitch, every single fabric. The way we treat people who work on the textiles, who make every little thread and different types of, like the people who put into the color of the materials. The manufacturing itself, the conditions of factories, the conditions of the way we make it. Even if it has to be handmade, one person at a time, that's something special for you, custom, then that's how we would like it to be. It's not about bringing thousands and thousands of clothes out there, but something that you'll find that's unique. But if it comes up to be something that it'll be for everybody, then that's where we'd like to be.
Great. So normally when we think about fashion, we're thinking about something that's trendy. Mm-hmm. We might wear it this year, next year it stays in the closet or gets thrown away.
Right.
But you're thinking of how you can come up with something that you'll want to wear season after season.
Mm-hmm. And also something, if it ends up to be in a thrift store or in somewhere else, so instead of being thrown away, we can bring that back and make it into something new.
So you're actually talking about maybe deconstructing a garment and then reconstructing it into something.
That way too, yes.
Oh, okay. So recycling that material,
exactly,
which means that we're saving the environment at the same time we're being cost conscious.
Exactly.
Cool. So, and how have you put that into effect?
So far, we have gone into different thrift stores and remade items for a couple fashion shows, and we've done, if we need particular type of fabrics, we try to go into places, like if there's a thrift store that would sell fabrics there, and they've done some things that have been discarded, and that we don't try to go into new textile places that we don't know where these fabrics came from. We try as much as we can to find new, like different items that have already been used. Recycled fabrics, like Rain's skirt here is from an old silk curtain that we found in a thrift store. and with amazing details, so we remade that into a pencil skirt. And so we've come up with different things that we can use, old clothes, pajamas, so we can just reuse.
All right. Good. So tell me about your outfit that you're wearing today.
Today, both items are from a thrift store that we found a while ago. They were having a complete closeout for that store, and so we decided to grab a few things from those areas. One is the top is from a Goodwill outlet store where everything is, I think it's $2 per pound. And basically, if nothing there is sold, they just end up in the landfill. So we figure we can find rescue clothes that are amazing and remake them into something new. And that was this blouse, and I just remade it into what I'm wearing today, added a few details, and made it fit with me. And the skirt is an old, brocade silk. And so we made
Which
that
is
into
very
something.
elegant cloth.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's usually either a curtain or another skirt from what it was. So this one was also another curtain. Like, so it's a lot of discarded things that can be found in little places. We find it like found objects or little treasure troves that we find all around LA. A lot of the really good places are like Salvation Army or Out of the Closet that we usually have a good cause behind it. Like Out of the Closet will donate other funds to the AIDS Foundation. So we try to go to those type of places as much as we can so that we both contribute to the earth and whatever cause those places are supporting as well.
Great. Now, from a design standpoint, what are some of the challenges you've encountered by using cloth that was previously cut to something else, to another shape or form?
Exactly. Exactly. Since it's already been made to something else, it's a little bit of a challenge. A lot of it will have to be deconstructed, like all the seams taken out. We'll kind of redesign and look at it again and see what part of the cloth of that textile would be best made. Should it be another shirt again? Should it be the same type of skirt but with different details, or remade into a different size? That's why we also come to like custom orders that we do. Like we can say, if you have old things that you want us to resize for you or kind of reinvent for you, we'll do that again. So it can be the same skirt, but we'll add a few different details and we'll refashion it into something else that will look something that you can wear today. So it doesn't look too shabby anymore.
Doesn't look like a hand-me-down.
Exactly.
Because I remember when I was growing up, my mother used to sew, and I had 3 sisters. And some of the things got repurposed that way, but I don't think she was actually into the redesigning. She was just like refitting them so they fit the different sisters. But you're looking at it actually from a high fashion standpoint.
We look at it as if things are made by the haute couturiers in France. So every little detail, every little fold, every little stitch is made and thought about and designed for that particular person and for that particular project.
So when did you get the design bug?
A design bug came probably about 2 years ago. We thought about it. I had decided to take some classes at the local community college here in Pasadena City College, and I thought, why not take some sewing classes? I've always been interested in making my own type of clothes. And then my co-designer, my partner, Amy Tung, she's gone into Fashion Institute of Design. And when she was there, she was always about environmental impact of everything that we do. And so she thought about sustainable design. And I said, well, that's a great idea because there's so many things that we have in our closet that we know either we can't fit or it's too old that we can't. Why can't we remake everything? We don't have to make it like a quilt pattern or anything like that, or make old t-shirts out of the blankets. But why can't we make new shirts, new skirts, new pants out of something that we already have? Because everything, the economy today, there's so many things. So how much money do we spend on clothes every year? We just throw it away, and it's just old money. Like, why do we just throw things away? So why can't we just make new things? So we thought about it, and we said, well, we can make all these things out of all these old dresses and make stuff for everybody else. So we asked around. Right now, we actually are collecting old clothes from friends and asking them, do you want us to repurpose your clothes for our projects? And that's been working out for us too. So we made some of our own outfits, like what I'm wearing today. And then we had a couple fashion shows where we completely use either old clothes or recycled fabrics that we found at several places, like the thrift stores or the scholarship stores in FIDM.
Great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, you've brought a model with you today.
Yes, I did. Rain, yes.
Hello.
She is one of the models that we worked with the first time we had a fashion show. And ever since then, we've been working a lot with her.
Collaborating on other projects and,
photo shoots and
photo
several
shoots
things.
And
So when did you get involved in or interested in fashion?
you know, I've always been interested in fashion, I think, since I was a kid. But then it wasn't until I moved to LA did I actually get submersed in the industry as a fashion model. And you know, I've always been interested and an advocate for eco-friendly fashion, but it wasn't until I met Karen and Amy did I even know the term upcycling or where sustainable fashion could actually go. And it's been a great experience working with them, because when I first met them at a casting call for one of their runway shows back in May, and they explained to me about their vision and what their passion is geared towards. But until you see the clothes, you're not going to get it from them telling you about it. You'll get a little bit of it, but when you see the clothes and when they tell you where it comes from, it's quite fascinating. It's remarkable. It's a work of art. They go in many different directions. They're avant-garde, couture gowns that they make. They also make costumes as well as day wear. So there's this one of I think our favorite outfit is actually on me, and this skirt came from a curtain, like she had previously said. Also has a matching couture gown that's beautiful, and you'll probably be seeing in one of the photos from the video.
Well, speaking of your outfit that you have on,
yes,
perhaps you'd like to stand up and
I would love to
give us a tour through it.
So this is the pencil skirt.
Pencil skirt. So it's basically just a simple design pencil skirt, classic. And we have a mesh type kimono cover up that would go with a tank top or like the simple blouse that you'd like to go with. Right now we have a purple top with her right there. And then this is detailing of the trim and the buttons. It's all recycled fabrics or trims.
Really?
Yes.
So everything that was there was something else, and it's been pulled together to make this glamorous outfit. Wow. I'm impressed. So.
Oh.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a problem with that microphone. It wants to pull it offline. Yeah. But a lovely outfit nonetheless. Thank you. So who had the idea for this recombination of
It's a
items?
Combined effort. It was the main part of this outfit was actually for the first runway fashion show that we did. It was, we call this the dramatic ready wear. It's part of the fashion show that we did back in June, and it was with Amy Tung and then the ZG Press charity fashion show. It was in Beverly Hills, and we had 12 outfits for that evening, 6 gowns and 6 ready wears, and this was part of that outfit. And then so we had about a month to make all the outfits, and this is one of the outfits that came out well with it.
Oh, impressive. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So you brought a little clip
Yes,
that shows some of the stuff that you were just talking about, I think.
We've done a couple photo shoots with Rain, so there's a couple magazine type layouts, promos that we've done there, and photos from the runway event that we did in June, and also a clip of that runway event as well. And then that's part.
Okay, well, as soon as they're ready in the booth, we're going to have that as a roll-in, and we'll be able to see it up on the monitor. All right. Wow, really nice.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So, and all those clothes we saw were repurposed, you said
Upcycle?
upcycled. A new word for me, I'm going to have to get used to that.
Yeah.
And so you said that if people were interested in donating clothes, that they can contact you to do that?
Yes, of course. If anybody is interested in coming up to us and contacting us, they can go through our website at amrentalano.com, and we have our contact info there, our phone number and email, and they can go ahead and give us, and we can meet with them and talk about it and have them choose whatever clothing they would like to donate. And we could also talk about custom orders they would like to do. If those are items they would like to repurpose, then that would be amazing too. Then we can work with you as well.
Yeah. So you could actually be looking at a situation in which you design someone's look.
Exactly.
And then their clothes are specific for them. They really have no reason to get rid of them because the aesthetic is appropriate for them. Mm-hmm. Right. Now, to what degree do people like take a custom piece and put it with a standard piece to make an outfit?
I mean, it can just be, if it depends on the type of clothing. So, I mean, if it's something that you want to be doing as a casual wear, we can combine different things. I mean, fashion is all about dressing up and dressing down, adding a couple pieces, like a nice blazer and then like a simple skirt to go out to the night of town, or bringing that down and adding some accessories. So, I mean, just because you have some new pieces and whatever old stuff you have doesn't mean that you can't repurpose everything just by making something else new. You can recombine things and making it something else for you for that one day, 3 outfits in one day, for the whole week. It's all different things.
3 outfits in one day. To make their heads spin, huh? So you said you went to school here in Pasadena.
Yes, I do. I did the Fashion 101 class in Pasadena, which is basically the simple sewing, learning how to work an industrial machine, and they teach you how to put together seams. The first big project is making the pencil skirt, and then the second is actually designing your own pencil skirt and making it your own from a pattern in itself. So it was a really amazing class because it taught me a lot about putting clothes together, and something that I never thought about. After that class, I would go into a store and look at how things are put together and how well they've been sewn together, like what type of techniques they used and how tailoring was made. So just one class made me really realize what type of work goes into one piece of clothing. It's just a really good class, and the teachers are amazing there also.
So you learned a lot.
I learned a lot just from one class.
Good, good. So tell me a little bit about your other experiences in modeling.
Other experiences in modeling. Well, I think my favorite experiences with modeling is when it's for a charity event. There's a lot of charity fashion shows out there that focuses on a nonprofit organization or focuses on sustainable fashion and eco-friendly fashion, and over the years I just I think collected a lot of friends, models, designers, and they all seem to have a very similar goal, which is to take the industry to a whole new other level. And I like being a part of that. I think it's important for, where the economy is now, and a lot of natural resources are being used up, and I think the fashion industry has or can have a huge impact in making a positive change.
Well, and from a practical standpoint,
yeah.
You all are doing design and construction of clothing here. So
Exactly.
really the jobs are in Los Angeles County.
Yeah.
They're not, halfway around the world somewhere.
Yeah.
Which like most manufacturing places are, yeah.
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 Or, I guess most places there might be designed here, but actually sewn
Put
someplace
together
else.
somewhere else in a
together.
different country.
But you're right here.
Country.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right here.
okay.
Yeah.
So people really should check out your website if they want to find out more information about exactly what you do and how you go about doing it, and maybe continuing the conversation with you, because you have so much information about the design process, and you can work with them, with the things that they have.
Okay.
Cool. So what else would you like to tell us about sustainable design and fashion? We have a few minutes.
Well, it's the sustainable design, just, I guess it doesn't just have to be within the realm of putting like new stuff together in terms of like upcycling clothes. It's all about what you feel you contribute to yourself and to fashion in itself. So I believe that's when we thought about the idea of sustainable fashion, we wanted to attract people who would care about the whole picture, about what would happen in fashion if everybody decided that we would be able to reconstruct things or remake things or be conscious about where we try to put things together. A lot of people would argue that this type of fashion would not be profitable. Why would you go into this type of business? Because then where would the money come from? I mean, sometimes when there are people who believe in the things that you do, it just comes that way. And there are people who support, once people support the type of idea, it'll go in that direction. And that's what we're hoping for. That's what we're hoping like everybody would start thinking about what they start putting on, what they start to, even just from the simplest thing of your ring, your shoes, like the type of products you put in your hair. I mean, it's all one big picture. So that our fashion will be one step towards that goal.
Of integrating the whole fashion process, from growing the cotton or shearing the sheep for the wool, and how they're treated, and everybody else involved in manufacturing, and then down to the buyer who's going to be deciding whether or not to throw away this piece of clothing or remaking it and asking Rain Valdez to do something with it. Right. Well, and even if they decide that a piece of clothing is no longer interesting to them, getting it to someone who is going to repurpose it and get that additional use out of it, or maybe the third or fourth generation use out of it, rather than one and done. Yeah. Well, it's certainly an admirable undertaking.
Thank you.
And I think you're going to be talking about it a lot, because there are a lot of minds that need to be opened up to the possibility of sustainable design. But when you show up and you're wearing wonderful outfits that are elegant, that are comfortable, they're sensible, but they're you, then they're like, oh, maybe I should think about that. And not just be, oh, I got this off the shelf at Old Navy or wherever. I got that out of a bin.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, ladies, for coming today. Rain Valdez, Karen Elano, a member of Amren, AMREN Tulano, which is a sustainable design firm here in Los Angeles County. Very impressive work.
Thank you.
Good luck, and
Thank you.
congratulations on your work so far. All right.
Thank you.
This has been Indie Encounter, a journey into the world of the independent creators of art and artistic communication. I want to thank today's guest, Karen Elano, for sharing her perspectives on design with us. I also want to thank our spokesmodel, Rain Valdez. If you want to find out more about today's guest, check her company's Facebook page at Amren, AMREN, Tulano, TULANO, or check out their website at www.amrentulano.com. Check out our website here at PasadenaCommunityNetwork.com and select the Arroyo channel. You may also check out my website, markwilsonjordan.com, for additional contact information. Thanks to our director, Lilia F. Gaspar, and crew for making the show possible. Thanks to all of you for watching. We hope to see you here again when we embark on another Indie Encounter.